Hey, hi, how are ya? Happy Sunday. It's Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady, and we're back for another Sunday video. Back with another banger, back with another video. Get the likes up, get the likes up. Ratchet TV YouTube says, get the likes up. Nobody don't be getting the likes up for a sister. But anyway, hey, happy Sunday. Welcome to the month of March. It's the first Sunday in March 2024. This is the year that we go all the way up in 2024. Who's coming with me? I need you to come with me, by golly. It's HowWeFlow.Today-TV. I'm Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady. And thanks for joining me here on HowWeFlow.Today-TV. HowWeFlow.Today is our community that is centered around self-care, around wellness, around the art of well-being, around living our best life, around crafting and curating. Oh, my phone is ringing. Crafting and curating the life that we want to live, right? And so it's really the life that we don't want to have to take a vacation from. You understand? So these things are what I forgot to ask somebody a question today. These things are what we're doing here. So let's create the life that we don't have to take a vacation from. Your dream life, your best life, can be your real life, and that's what we're all about here today. We're on personal development, self-improvement, each one helping the other, and living the life that God ordained for you. And that's what we're all about here on HowWeFlow.Today-TV. So anyway, just came back from the church house. I hope you had a good Sunday worship service. If you didn't, you can go back and watch the replay of New Birth service. Pastor Reverend Dr. Jamal Harrison Bryant had a great sermon today. Boy, he tore the place up. Shut the thing down. Talked about everything that needed to be talked about, in my opinion. So, hey, 2 thumbs up, Doc. You handle that thing. And that is how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. That is how it's done. Nicely done, sir. Nicely done. Yeah, so I gotta go check it out and go back and watch it again when I go inside the house. But ooh-wee, this is gonna be the best year ever. So welcome to month 3. We are what? 1/6 of the way through the year. What have you done so far to advance yourself? All I've done so far today is eat my pack of Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. I've always loved Twizzlers. Y'all love Twizzlers? I don't like the black licorice. They're just like, ugh. Some people love that. Like, like Good and Plenty. Ugh, no. Remember Good and Plenty candy? It's like, was it pink and white outside, but the black inside was black licorice or something? I don't know. I hated Good and Plenty. But Good and Fruity, yes, that I liked. But Twizzlers, strawberry Twizzlers, absolutely the best. There were some other Twizzlers out a little while back during the pandemic that were some kind of mixed berry, some other flavor was really good. And then some flavors are like really not good. Some things you just don't mess with, But anyway, I ate my Twizzlers today, and I really wish I had some more. These are my go-to candy for when I'm taking a road trip. Helps me stay awake, chewing some Twizzlers. But I don't know if it's good for me to chew a whole pack of Twizzlers, but hey, it keeps me awake. Well, the calorie part got torn off, so I don't know how many calories that was. But anyway, Twizzlers are a candy treat that I do like. My other favorite candy, while we're on the subject, is Snickers. I've always been a Snickers fan. Always get a Snickers. All right? Can't be yourself when you're hungry. Get a Snickers. Anyway, I digress. But listen, Linda, listen. It's all is well. Listen, all is well. All is well. I have nothing to say that's not good. And I pray that you say the same thing, because as long as we're still here and yet alive, there's nothing that's not good. God woke you up this morning, there's nothing that's not good. And when he woke you up, if you got woken up with your mind stayed on him, stayed on Jesus, there's nothing that's not good. right? Nothing that's not good. I made a video earlier this morning. You could hear part of it, some of you couldn't. I was just using my phone, and I didn't have my real microphone. Like I don't have my real microphone now, but I wasn't wide awake then. I'm wide awake now. You can hear me better. But yeah, that said a lot. That video had a lot to tell you. Some people here, a specific person here in my How We Flow Out Today community. That's for you. So check that out if you haven't already. What is it called? When Sunday Comes. When Sunday Comes. Who's that? Daryl Coley? When Sunday comes. What a day of rejoicing that is going to be. And it was a day of rejoicing today. In fact, we're rejoicing every day. Oh, happy day. Every day is oh, happy day. I'm just eternally grateful. So let's just give God the praise, even up front, even now, even now, even now. You know, if you're here to watch this video, it's a good day. I don't care what's going on. I'm always telling y'all it's a good day. It doesn't mean everything's, you know, exceptionally amazing going on in my life. No, I still got some struggles. I'm like, how are we going to pay the bills this week? Just got paid and money gone. And everybody didn't get paid yet. So who do I juggle? Who do I juggle this week? This 2-week term. Somebody not getting it. But some people are. So, you know, we paid a house note this week. This time. Because we need a place to live. Pay the electric, you know. Pay the cell phone, or I won't be talking to you in a couple of days. So, you know what it is. And everybody doesn't have the same concerns, you know. But it doesn't matter what the concerns are, because every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. And I just want you guys to remember, every day is a good day. Every day is a good day. So, let's see. Do I have anything to tell you today? I don't know, guys. Is there anything to download for the people today? I don't really know. I think I said it all this morning. I think I said it this morning. But, that's March 4th. It's almost March 4th. What's today? March 3rd. Tomorrow is March 4th. Let's March 4th. March 4th. Oh, another favorite candy I had. This reminded me. I was just thinking about this before I came on. Let me see where the package is for that. Here's this candy I've been getting into here. I think back when my mom passed away, my dad had these, and I guess she had them always too, but at the house. And so, you know, we had to go all those long funeral days and stuff. And then my uncle Bishop passed away. He had them then too. So I just they had a big pack of these, and I just took a whole heap of them and stuck them in my bag. And we were just chewing on them things all the live long day. I don't know if I have the bag in here. I guess not. But it's the Werther's Originals. Werther's, is it caramel or whatever? Here's a wrapper. I don't really like this one as much. Let me see. I got a wrapper. I just ate a couple of those this morning at church. Don't eat in the church, Stephanie. I'm not. It was just like, you know, we used to have the little mints. Grandma always had mints. Here's a mint. Or if you're dozing off in church, Lord have mercy on you. If I was ever dozing off at church, my grandma would just go. And I'd be like, oh, hi. But, you know, somebody else might be like, pinch you on the arm, like, wake up, what are you doing? But the grandmother's always like, hey. And like, oh, okay, I'm awake. So then they give you some mints. Or my Aunt Sylvia, she always had the lifesavers. Boy, she always had them lifesavers. Sylvia always had the lifesavers. And they saved our lives. But here it is, Werther's Original Caramel something or another. This one has the caramel filling in with the hard coating. Then they have like the soft caramel on it. I like the hard coating and the caramel chewy center, right? So I had a whole bag of these. I had bought these, and I don't know where the heck I put them. I'm like, where are those candies? I know I bought some, but I don't know where they are. And so when I was teaching at school this past week, I found them at the bottom of my book bag. I'm like, oh, look, I got these, you know, things. And one of the students said, it was a whole bag of these Werther's, right? And the student's like, oh, I love those things. I'm like, oh, you do? I'm thinking I'm all contemporary because that kid's like 19. And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, me too. I love those things. So he's like, my grandmother used to have those all the time. And I'm like, your grandmother? I'm like, I'm not like your grandmother. I'm not that old. Shucks, I got a 19-year-old. I got a kid exactly your age. What? Grandmother had these. Shoot, did grandmothers have these? My grandmother had mints. My Aunt Sylvia had Lifesavers. Peppermint. Was it peppermint or Crystal? No, it was Lifesavers Crystal Mint. Who remembers those? Lifesavers Crystal Mint. Do they still sell Lifesavers? I think they do. Well, my student said, yeah, my grandmother had those. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh, I am not the age of your grandmother, I hope. I'm still in my 50s. What are you talking about? Well, maybe there's some grandmothers in their 50s, I guess. But they don't also have a 19-year-old kid. I don't think you're have a 19-year-old child and you're a grandmother in your 50s. But it's possible, I guess it's possible. But I'm like, I thought he was going to say, yeah, my mom gets them. No, he's like, my grandma used to get those all the time. I'm like, no. I am not the age of your grandmother. I don't think. I'm in my 50s. I'm not at retirement age or nothing like that. Oh my gosh, Becky. But anyway, I love these. These are yet another fun treat. You gotta have some treats sometimes. So, I'm like, I am not. What you mean, your grandmother? What? It's funny. Those kids, they crack me up. Some say, yeah, my grandmother loved that song. Loved some songs I talk about. Like, my grandmother loved that music. I'm like, oh my gosh, how old are you again? Sheesh. My students range from, 18, 19, straight out of high school to, in their 30s or 40s. So it just is a range of ages. So you get like a whole variety of people mixing in there. And it's a nice mixture. If I ask them, I teach public speaking, and so we wrap our stories of our lives in with the messages and the topic of the speech, whatever it is. You personalize your ideas with your own life stories and examples, right? So, I think I give them a question like, hey, on an impromptu speech, just think off the top of your head, what do you think? What's the hardest thing ever, whatever, in your life, And the 40-year-olds, they got plenty of stuff to say, but the 19-year-olds like, oh, nothing's really hard for me. I'm like, keep on living, baby. Keep on. I'm like, no, that's really good. you don't have any, big trouble spots at 19, because some of them do. Some of them live a life of trauma, a lot of trauma. And we work that out best we can. I help them best I can to be able to talk about it, because they always think they're the only one, and they're never the only one. By the time they talk about something, oh yeah, other students are like, yeah, me too. I thought I was the only one. No, you're not the only one. Unfortunately, for these terrible things that happen to people, you're not the only one, or we're not the only one. But they're like, oh no, I don't have any problems. Everything's good. I'm like, ugh, you're right. Yeah, 19, everything was good for me. 18. Straight out of high school, hey, you didn't even live long enough to figure anything out that could be good or not good, most people. So, I'm like, what? Then the 30s and 40s, they're like, yeah, this and that and the other thing, and we, this and that, whatever. So it's just interesting. But yet again, I don't have anything fancy or amazing to say, because I think I said it all this morning on the video called When Sunday Comes. But, I usually make my Sunday video after church. So here I am making the Sunday video after church. I don't want to repeat what I said this morning. But I basically did just say to let your feelings flow. Say what you need to say. Say what you want to say. Life is way too short for you not to tell people how you really feel about them. You know what I mean? It's like tomorrow's never promised. And if we just don't talk about how we feel and tell people that we love them and stuff, you never want to be like, oh, I wish I would have told them so-and-so. Or them saying, oh, I wish I would have told them so-and-so. Or I wish I knew how they really felt. When it's then too late. But I think the bigger lesson from this morning's video. So yesterday I went to the Push Brunch with Dr. Ebony Empowers. Y'all need to follow her. I think it's Dr_EBONEE_EMPOWERS. I don't know if it's another underscore or not, but Dr. Ebony, EBONEE_Empowers. And she held a push brunch yesterday, pray until something happens, push, right? And it was so good. And she had all these great panel discussions about all these things that really, really affect women. And what she said, and I totally agree with it, is that she don't want to have one of these foo-foo brunches where it's just like a bunch of celebrities and a bunch of, influencers and whatever, just talking about whatever. And then you leave there and you leave with nothing. She wanted to have people who were real, talking about real issues and real concerns, real life stuff, keeping it real, and impacting other people who are dealing with the same kind of thing. And then supporting each other. So by the time it was all said and done, by the time one person was done, we was all ready to cry. But we were supporting that panelist and supporting each other. And it was just really good. It was just really good. So, Dr. Ebony, she goes to New Birth. Pastor Brian, you got to know Dr. Ebony. In fact, she wants to head up a singles ministry. Single mothers ministry. Single mothers ministry. And again, she wanted to keep it real. And she had, I think one of the panel discussions was from baby mama to wife. She's a mother of 10 kids. She has a whole story that is connected to New Birth, Dr. Bryant, that I was trying to get you connected with her to talk about this, because it's an amazing story, how Bishop Long helped her in her time of need, where she was living in her car with six of her kids. She only had 6 at the time. 6 kids and her in the car. What? And living her life and keeping it together best she could. Now she's a mother of 10. And, she's got a whole story. I recorded her talking about her story. I may share that. I'll ask her if I can share it. But, that's why she does what she does. Because she went from that space to very high levels of success in business and life. So now she's here to reach back to these single mothers, these teen mothers, single mothers. People who are out here have nobody to help them. People that have hard stuff going on, and how they, I think my camera stopped, but how they were blessed by God to do that. Bishop Long blessed her and her kids in a major way. So she wanted to get with you to talk to you about that. Dr. Brown was just trying to connect you with her with your office, but I don't know that the connection ever went through. But we'll work on it. We'll keep working on it. But yeah, so that's Dr. Ebony Empowers. Her name is Dr. Ebony Gresham, Gresham, but her IG is Dr. Ebony Empowers, because she empowers women. And so God gave her the notification to say, hey, I want you to put this event on, because she's speaking on all other people's stages. He said, I want you to have your own stage. You speak on other people's stages all the time. Now you hold the event. This is your event, and it's her event. It's like, what? I don't do events. God, I don't do events. But he had her put the thing together, and it went off flawlessly. It was amazing. And already before the brunch was even in effect, I think she said maybe brunch was yesterday, so I think she said a couple of weeks ago maybe, God said, oh, and also the push brunch is now going to be the push conference in July. Like, what? Just getting to the brunch. We're not even there yet. But, God is orchestrating this thing. And she allows God to orchestrate things. That's what I like. That's what I like to do too. Allow God to orchestrate this thing. We can't give him the resistance. Just let it flow. And that's what she does. That's what I love about her. But Dr. Ebony, love you so much. Love, hugs, and pats to you. It was such a great day. So much empowerment, so much love, so much support in the room. And so many people going through so much stuff, and we're never the only one. And we as women need to be there for the women that need us. It was a whole age ranges of people, once again. Very young to middle to older. And we all have something going on. All has something going on. And so those are the kind of scenarios I like to be able to help with too. Because all the things I had to go through, I don't look like I went through all this stuff I went through. But if I said, God, if I had to go through it, I know you had a purpose for it. And the purpose is for me to help other people who are going through that exact same thing. But if I hadn't gone through it and lived it myself, I can't relate to someone who is going through it, not authentically, in a true, meaningful way, to say, I survived that and you can too. I can empathize with someone if I didn't go through it. Oh, that's got to be really hard for you. Seems like that has been quite a challenge and a struggle. I can be an empathic listener, but I cannot totally be in that same space unless I actually lived that thing. And so I lived a lot of them things. I don't look like it, but I surely did, and I got a lot to share with a lot of people. And all of that is yet to come. So we're starting here with HowWeFlow.Today. How you flowing today? Why do you say HowWeFlow.Today? Well, first of all, the Flow is my streaming service founded by God and me. He picked me to do it. I've been chosen to do this. And so everything is about a flow. It's about a flow. It's about a flow. Right? It's the blood that gives me strength from day to day. Right? It's about a flow. And so, because of that, everything I'm doing has flow to it, right? So, HowWeFlow.Today, that came about in the pandemic like the Flow streaming service did, because the pandemic was a hard time. It was unfathomable, the loss, the isolation, the hurt, there was just so much. It was just a lot of loss, and just loss on top of loss on top of loss on top of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people lost, and families hurt and never the same again. And we're all locked in our homes and all that stuff, right? And it's just a lot. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's really worn me out. But I can't, like I said, I can't be the only one. I can't be the only one. So I'm going to ask some other people, how are you doing today? Or how are you flowing today? And I always say, if I ask you that 3 times in one day, if I ask you in the morning, how you flowing? If I ask you in the midday, how you flowing? And I ask you that night, how you flowing? You might have 3 different answers for that day. Because the day ebbs and flows. I mean, you don't know how it's going to be. The only way you can know how it's going to be is if you start the day and seize the day to intentionally say, this day is going to be amazing. And like I started this video, there's never a bad day. All days above ground are a good day. All days that God wakes you up is another good day. And if you intentionally put that in your mind, that's your intention for the day, then that's what you'll have as an amazing day. But during that time, so many people were facing so much. It was just hard to really pull all of that together and channel it through your mind for it to even make sense. I'm like, who else is feeling like this? Mental health needs and requests went up exponentially during the pandemic. I'm like, so I'm not the only one. So that's where How We Flow Out Today came from. How you flow today? How are you doing today? We're on the self-care. We're on the wellness. We're on the art of well-being. We are here to help each other. We're supporting each other. We're caring for each other. We're caring for ourselves. And we're checking on ourselves. We're checking on each other. And these are the things that we do in How We Flow Out Today. It's a community of like-minded individuals centered around all those things: self-care, wellness, the art of well-being, personal development, living your best life, living your God-ordained life, living your dream life that you don't have to take a vacation from. And all of that is possible. It's also about, in that personal development, overcoming all of the things that hold you bound, overcoming traumas and mindsets. It's about a whole, I would say, flip the switch, the mindset shift, from the lack mindset, the negative mindset, the lower level thinking stuff. We elevate from that to flipping into, living our best lives mindset. All is well mindset. Everything works together for my good mindset, right? And so, and going from here to here, we've been working on it since, I guess, started making those transformational videos back in July. And ooh wee, baby, you transformed. Bravo. So proud of you. So proud of you. So proud of you. You did the doggone thing. Now you're going to have to go and tell other people how it worked for you and how it's possible for them, and so on and so on and so on, right? The people see your changes. They're like, ooh, who is this person, right? Y'all know what I'm talking about. People in my group here. my community, you know what I'm talking about. If you did the work on yourself, and it's hard work, it's hard to change who you've been for 50 years, 40 years, 30 years, 20 years, 10. It's hard to change who you've been. But you first have to believe it's possible to be someone different, to be your best self or who you were created to be, regardless of circumstances of upbringing or other outside influences or whatever makes you think how you think. That it's still possible to be somebody that you really want to be. We never have to say, oh, it's just the way I am. Okay. Now I'm never going to be different. That's just how I am. No, we don't have to accept that. And I always said, whose life is this? It's your life, right? And if it's your life, then you take the reins back, take your power back. And then you decide what it is. We talked about this last week on a video about the power of the pen. You know, if we're out here letting other people write our life narrative, what does our life look like, sound like, and who is in it? And these people keep writing themselves into our lives because we gave them the pen. Take your pen back. Like, all right, that's enough of that. I don't need you sitting up here in my life messing it up, writing this crap in that's going to be helpful for you but detrimental to me. Y'all people don't want me to be any better. You want me to stay exactly the same. You don't want me to be my best self. It means you don't care about me at all. You just care about what you can get from me or from the association with me or the connection with me or whatever it is that you're taking from me by having the power of the pen over my life. And sometimes we're just so overwhelmed, we just let people do stuff. I'm not faulting anybody for doing that. Some days I was just like, I just can't do anything else. I don't know. I don't care, whatever. And we do that. But at some point, and you determine what point that is, you take your power back. You take your pen back. So as we are crafting and curating the life that we really, truly desire, the life that is indeed possible for us, even though we may have thought it could never be, but that's completely wrong. Anything you want to be can be. So as you take your pen back and you write the scenes of the rest of your life, I equated it to writing a movie script, right? So let's imagine your life is a movie, which is not a movie, it's real, and we only get one. So don't get into like a fantasy thing with it, but I'm writing a movie, my life is a movie. No, your life's not a movie, life is your life. So let's make sure we make it the most meaningful existence that we can have while we're here. Leave the most impact, help the most people as best we can while tending to our own needs also. While, first and foremost, doing what thus saith the Lord, right? But write people in and out of your life as you see fit. You do not have to keep the people around you that are keeping you pressed down. They don't want to see you get better, because if you get better, you might realize who they really are. Sometimes if it was a snake, it would have bit you. Once again, I always talk about that. There's something right in front of me just the other day. It's like, where's the so-and-so? Some condiment or something we were looking for. It's like, Mom, it's right there. If it was a snake, it would have bit you. I'm like, oh yeah, you're right. But the snakes be right around you, right in your face, like, hi, how are you? Hey, hi. I'm not a snake. I say, hey, hi, how are you? But I'm not a snake. But they'll be right around you, like, hey, smiling and looking all cute and handsome or whatever. But they a whole snake. And they will bite you. But you got to write the snakes in and out. Out and out, I should say. You might have written them in before. And I said earlier this morning, they serve their purpose, good, bad, indifferent, whatever it is. And there's nothing you can do about the past. You can only talk from this moment forward. And now from this moment forward, because guess what? Time keeps moving. Every moment is a moment that's gone. As soon as it's a moment, it's the past. Can't do anything about the past. I can't do anything about what I said 10 seconds ago. It's over. All I can do is what's ahead of the future. So if you look at your future self and think of your ultimate life desire, your wish fulfillment, if you will, of your life, aligned with what God has for you, you know it's going to be abundant and amazing. And just because there's messages playing in your head, or people are putting this in your ear that you're not worthy of it, you can't do it, you can't have that, don't listen to that. Don't even listen to yourself if you're saying it to yourself. And so you've done the work, right? I see it. I see it all over you, and I'm just so proud of you, right? And then what I said this morning is, and this is something, a tidbit I got from the push brunch yesterday. That's where I started talking about the push brunch with Dr. Ebony and Powers. And her panelists, one of her panelists talked about the fact that even though we do the work and we're healing and all of that stuff, and we're getting through some of the traumas and things that have affected our lives in negative ways, there are times that we, even though we've done the work and we're healed, there's still something within us that says when these great things come and are offered to you on a silver platter, all the love you ever wanted, all the joy you ever wanted, all the peace you ever wanted, whatever God has for you that you've ever wanted, there's something inside of us that still says, I'm not worthy of it. I don't feel worthy of that. I don't feel like I deserve that. And then you don't try to receive it. You don't welcome it with open arms. You kind of push back on it. I don't feel like I deserve that. And that's the one piece that we have to work on still, right? Now, I don't know if that's the hardest piece, but because all the parts are hard, but it's an important piece to think about. I just think I wasn't worthy to walk around certain malls. I don't deserve to be in this mall, like these really nice malls. I don't deserve to be in this mall. I'm going back to the Dollar Tree, go back to the Walmart. Where did I get that from? People talking to me negative, in relationships that weren't good, and people that try to bring you down. Then you feel low and down. Oh, I can't do this. I can't have that. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve that. And it's not true. I've done the same things, I know, but I just want you all to know that you can have anything you want that God wants for you. And you're a king's kid, you're his kid. He only wants the best for you anyway. So let's just be thinking about, all right, we're marching forth. Tomorrow's March 4th. Let's march forth into our best life ever. You're worthy of it. And then here's the other thing. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to go and start cooking cook some greens today. I haven't had greens in a while, so I'll make some greens. Here's another part. Not only the unworthy and all of that, I forgot what I was going to tell you. So I started thinking about collard greens. What was I going to tell you? What other thing? Oh boy, it'll come back to me. But yeah, so you're worthy of it and you deserve it. Oh, this is what I was going to tell you. You're worthy of it. Like, you might not feel worthy of it. Like, I didn't feel worthy of certain things. I didn't feel I deserved it, even though I did. But the thing to remember for me to tell you is they're all important things. But one of the most important things is to remember that not only that you deserve it, you're worthy, you should receive this, it's possible for you. Remember that you were always worthy. You always deserved the best. Always. You never were not worthy. It's just people cast that on you to make you think that you were not worthy or that you did not deserve good things. You did not deserve kindness. You did not deserve unconditional love because maybe they didn't know how to give you unconditional love, or they just were not unconditional lovers. But you always were worthy. You have always deserved God's best. That's how he created us. We don't come out of the womb thinking we don't deserve stuff. I don't know what we think because I'm not an expert on that, but I do know that we're shaped by our experiences and our influences and everything that's put into us as core values and all of that. We're shaped into who we become. And just as we come out without thinking these terrible things about ourselves, it's shaping, it's raising you, it's your upbringing, it's all those influences, right? And then if you could be shaped into all those things and make you think negatively of you, remember, you could be shaped into all the things that make you think positively for you and about yourself and your life too. Because if your mind could be shaped one way, it could be shaped the other way. So let's not rewind, but reconfigure, craft and curate that mindset that says, yes, I do deserve it. Yes, I am worthy. In fact, I always have been worthy. It's just other people making me think that I wasn't, so then I believed it because they're the people that I trusted and I loved. It could be family members, friends, could be your parents, could be your siblings, could be your cousins, nieces, aunts, uncles, could be co-workers, it could be uh, people in your church, could be people in your group, fraternity, sorority, could be people anywhere, anytime. Could make you feel a certain way, make you feel less than. But none of us are ever less than until we begin to believe the stories about us being less than. Once we do that, it's like, okay, I don't feel like I deserve it. I don't feel worthy of it. I don't know why you would love me the way you love me. What do you love about me so much? There's so many much more better people than me. When we start saying those things, we got to know that's programmed into us. We've been shaped into that mindset of thinking that I'm not worthy of love. I'm not worthy of a great existence. I'm not worthy of any of that. And none of that is true, and it's never been true. You've always been worthy of it. Everyone, not just you, everybody. And when you begin to look at people, first look at yourself, but outside of you, when you begin to look at people, not at who they presenting themselves as because of all the shaping, but who they are originally, who they've been originally worthy of the love, originally worthy and deserving of people treating them right. When you begin to look at people like that, then you'll start to have a mindset shift. It's going to see that people do deserve stuff. And I do too. And then you start treating them as such. And then they begin to feel a little differently. Like, wow, no one's ever treated me like that before. But we have to know that all of that is where you start, and all of that is possible for each of us. And we all have something that shaped us. Our frame of reference shaped us. Everything that we see, think, hear, or understand is shaped through our frame of reference, right? So I say, I tell my students, if you had an empty picture frame, it's a rectangle. Let's say it's a rectangle picture frame, and you held the empty frame to your face, all this around you, holding the frame up, and you see right through it. Everything that you see, hear, whatever, is filtered through your frame before it gets to you. And your frame is made up of all of your knowledge, all of your skills, values, understanding, everything that shaped your life. And no two people have the same frame of reference. So, your frame is important. And then other people's frames are important too. And you got to know if someone is receiving what you're saying in a crazy negative way, like, I didn't even mean it like that. Don't be offended. That's their frame. They are filtering what you're saying through that frame. How do you make a frame? That frame of theirs. I don't know, whatever. Like this. I don't know. Anyway, I'm not doing a good job. Oh, like this? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's filtered through this frame. That's a terrible looking frame. But it was a trigger for them because that's part of their frame. When you say this triggers that. It didn't trigger you. You didn't think it would trigger them because it's not part of your frame for that to be a trigger. So you wonder, why do people respond to things I say in a way that they do? They're triggered by it. There's more to that. Talk about it next time. But yeah, so anyway, hey, hi, how are you? We are on our Sunday video in the car. I'm going in to cook some collard greens, baby, some chicken, and I don't know whatever else I'm making today. But we want to eat, baby. We gotta eat. My son's first words. I have hashtag my three sons. My middle son, he would say, what was the first thing he learned how to say was eat. He would say, eat. You sit in his high chair, eat. He's ready to eat. So my people in here are ready to eat. You ready to eat? Let's eat. Let's eat. Life is good. Why don't you say it with me? Let's say it on three. We'll say life is good on three. 1, 2, 3. And smile when you say it. Life is good. Oh, I didn't count. Okay, let's count. Let's do my own work. All right, let's count on three. 1, 2, 3. Life is good. And then don't just say life is good. This time I'm going to say my life is good. On three. 1, 2, 3. My life is good. That doesn't even sound like I believe myself, right? I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. My life is good. Better, best, right? And then I want you to tell other people. Say your life is good. In 3. 1, 2, 3. Your life is good. Your life is good. There's no bad day. There's no bad day. God wakes you up. You got brand new mercies with the rising of the sun. There's no bad days. Brand new mercies. So why would we, if we ask for forgiveness, God forgave us, and we get brand new mercies anyway, why would we hold ourselves in that tied up, bound space? We shouldn't. We shouldn't do that. And, easier said than done, but, it's like, what are we going to do? How are we going to make this thing work? Well, we're going to know that I've been worthy and deserving of good treatment all my life. I don't care who told me I wasn't. Or, if it's your upbringing or it's people you've encountered since you've been grown, whatever it is. And then, and I always say this, I learned after, things in my marriage, I learned not to blame the person. They don't know any better. He didn't know any better. He didn't get taught any better. He didn't. How was my ex-spouse supposed to know how to be and treat people if he wasn't taught how to be and how to treat people, right? In some aspects of life. So why would I expect that of them if they've never seen that? If they've never seen a healthy relationship or a healthy marriage, why would I expect them to know what that was or what it even looked like? I wouldn't. Well, I would, but I shouldn't. So don't expect the people who treated you or handled you in whatever way that they handled you, if they didn't see anything different, how would they know different? They wouldn't know different until they learn different. And some people say, well, that's just how I was raised. Maybe parents say, that's how I was raised and that's how you raised. And then you raise your kids like that and so on. And so we got to stop. Break the curse. Break the generational curse. Let's start with telling all of our kids that you are worthy, you do deserve unconditional love. Not conditional love. If you do this right and you behave right, then I'm going to love you. No. Nobody perfect. They're not going to behave right all the time. You love them anyway. So many lessons to unpack. So much to talk about. But I'm going to end it here because my collard greens is calling me. My collard greens is calling me today. What else I want to say? Anything else? Anything you want to tell me? Listen, chat me up in the comments section if you want to have us talk about certain things, areas that you're struggling with, some resources you want me to find you. I'll be rolling out these resources for you here pretty soon. I've been talking about in the HowWeFlow.Today community. I think my camera froze again. Anyway, I got lots coming for you, okay? All right, honey. Love you so much. I had a great day today. I talked to all my favorite people at church. It's been good. And all is well. All is well with the world. All right. Oh, Dr. Brown, I gave you a couple, 3 things today. So make sure you take a good look at them. And don't give it to these other people. If you give it to other people to handle and look at, just don't. It's only for you. It's only for you. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you guys. God bless you. Love, hugs, pats, all of that. I'm here for you. I'm rocking with you. I got you. I got you, babe. Sonny and Sherry used to sing, I got you, babe. I got you, babe. That's what's up. That's what we're doing. And go back and watch that sermon if you didn't today at New Birth. I forget what it's called. No wonder it didn't work out. Something like that. No wonder it didn't work out. Something like that. So I want you to, phone ring again. I want you to check that out. I'm going to go check it out while I'm cooking. While I'm kicking. Kicking. Hey, what's kicking good looking? I love cooking for people that love to eat. So that's what I'm going to do. I have some people in the house that love to eat. 2 of hashtag my 3 sons. They love to eat, so I love to cook for them. Mom was the same way. My mom's the best cook ever. She was the best cook ever. And so everything I learned from her, I'm teaching my sons how to do. And so on and so on and so on. But listen, you are deserving. You are worthy. Do not live in the space of regret. Because if we stay in the space of regret, we'll never move forward. So you can regret it. You can ask forgiveness. And then you move forward. Because if we stay in the regret space, I'm so embarrassed I did that to you space. If we stay in any of those spaces, you're never going to get the fullness thereof, what God really has for you. So I'm not saying don't regret things, but don't live in the regret. Don't just perseverate on that regret. And then it just builds up in you. Like, then it becomes this whole big thing that you can't even face. And I don't want you to feel like that. Again, it's the space of unconditional love here in this space. So, hey, the past is the past. You still like that? No? Okay, cool. Let's move on. You still like that? Yeah? Okay, well, let's work on it. Whatever it is. We can't keep holding people hostage to their past actions. So they either made the changes, they asked for forgiveness, made the changes, apologized, whatever, and you're rocking with them that way. Or they haven't made the changes, but they want you to help them make the changes. Cool, you could do that. Or they haven't made the changes and they don't intend to make the changes and say, this is what I is. I is what I is, or I am. This is what I is. This is what I am. Whatever, and they don't intend to change. It is what it is. Then okay, cool. That's how you roll, and I don't rock with you no more. I rock with you from a distance. From a distance. So you can do any of those three things. Someone could get healed, apologize, and move forward with you, or they could not have healed. They're in the process of healing. They've apologized. You move forward. I'm helping them towards their healing. Or they could say, I'm not healing. There's nothing for me to heal from. I don't even know what you're talking about. Then you love them from a distance. That's all. You can't control people's choices for themselves. You can only control your choices for you. And you can only control how you respond to other people's choices for them when it involves you. Okay. You want to change? No problem. I love you from over here. I still love you, but from way, I love you from the house across the street. I love you from the house across the street. I do not love you from my house. But, just think about all of this stuff. But the foundational thing, you've always been deserving of unconditional love. You've always been worthy of receiving good treatment from people. You've always been someone who should be loved unconditionally. We all are. And we've learned things, we've experienced things, we were taught things, we whatever it is, you can still change it. You can still change who you are, even to this day. I don't care how old you are or how young you are. It's never too late. Start right where you are. You're not behind. In this community, you're not behind. You didn't watch videos from 7 months ago? It's all right. Start right here. We're still going over the same kind of lessons. And if you want to go back, check out the other ones, go ahead and do that. I think we started like the end of July. I'll put them all up on the website here pretty soon. I need a team. Lord have mercy, I need a team with all the things I'm doing. But for now, I do it the best I can with what I have. All right, anyway, listen, Linda, listen. Don't let Lucy do no more spelling on you, honey. Talked about that today, too. Demonic spells and witches and warlocks and hoo-ha and crazy. We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. And the moment we realize that, it's the moment we can handle what's going on, what attacks are coming our way. But we're spiritually protected, honey. I know you know that by now. God has us spiritually protected because we are selected for specific assignments and for specific purpose. And you and whoever's connected to you for that assignment, set of assignments, they are spiritually protected against all those attacks. Again, weapons will form, but they won't prosper. And even if they have a stronghold for a minute, it won't stay. So just like you were bamboozled, hoodwinked for a while with what people were saying that you trusted, you then finally begin to see the truth, right? So it might form, but it won't prosper. If it tries to take a stronghold, it won't have a stronghold forever, and eventually the light will break through, and you'll have the full understanding, which is what you have now. And hey, it can no longer affect you. So again, thank God for that spiritual protection, that hedge of protection, that we are safe within the shelter of His arms. Right? We're safe. So since we're safe, let's move forward with it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to enjoy unconditional love, give and receive unconditional love. It's going to be fun to be with your divine counterpart. It's going to be fun to be blessed and to be a blessing to others. It's going to be fun to change the world knowing what you know now. Everybody's going to be like, what? They changed? Oh, if they could change, anybody could change. And then that's what you're going to do. Part of our assignment, we just go ahead and change the world. If you're the case study for it, everybody going to sign up for that program. Promise you. All right. Love you. Love, hugs, and pats. God bless you. All of that. We are here on the HowWeFlow.Today community, HowWeFlow.Today family. Stephanie Stallworth, AtlTrafficLady. Thanks for hanging in here with me on these videos. I love you so much. Anything you guys want to talk about, just let me know, and we will find some resources and things to help you guys through whatever you're going through, okay? And if I don't know how, I'll find somebody who does, and then we'll work it that way, okay? All right, love you so much. God bless you. I'm praying for you. Please pray for me. Pray my strength here. Pray my strength. I'm fading fast, and then I am not fading fast because I am re-strengthened. I am, reinvigorated. I'm back for another one. Back with another banger. I'm ready to go. So when you're ready, I'm ready. All right. So check out all the things I sent you. 3 things today. For somebody specific. Check them all out, and let me know what you thought. All right. Love you. God bless you. Hugs and pats and all of that. And I'll see you guys real soon. Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday in March. And let's march forth tomorrow. It's Shamrock Shake season at McDonald's. So either go find a Shamrock Shake or make your own at home. You could do that. It's just mint flavoring, vanilla ice cream, green food coloring, Shamrock Shake. All right, you guys. Love you. God bless you. See you soon. That's it. Love you. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Waiting to hear from you. Okay. Bye.